So you want to know how to maximize your time, make the most of your day, be as efficient as possible, get everything you want to get done? Well, let me tell you all about it. Here are my thoughts on time management, share my sort of approach and thoughts with you. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, Dave K here, and today I want to talk to you about time management. A lot of friends ask me about time management. How do you manage your time and maximize your time to get everything done? It's a great question, and I want to give you a little bit of insights. You may or may not know some of the work that I do is around project management and taking together sort of different projects and all the different things that need to be done in that project and making sure that they're all getting done and different people have work in front of them, they have their right amount of work and not too much work and that kind of thing. So today I want to take you through an idea of how you can go about managing your time. For me, it can be a little bit tricky, and you may find this as well if you're thinking about maybe I want to make videos, or maybe I'm working a full-time job and I also want to try to figure out how to do something else in my free time, whether it's writing a book or whatever else you might be doing. Let me talk you through a little bit of time management, kind of my thoughts and my approach. Just to give you a starting point, something I like to do is have a list of tasks or a list of activities of things that need to get done. So you think to yourself, okay, these are all the things that I need to get done today for my particular book or for my particular business or for my photos or whatever I want to do. So let's say, for example, you're working on writing a book, okay, and you're saying, well, I want to complete this book. First, you have to give yourself timelines. So, okay, I want to complete this book in 1 month. You know, let's say I'm already this far in, I only have another 3 chapters to go. Well, that means, let's say I have 4 chapters to go. Well, that means I need to complete 1 chapter a week. Okay, I have to complete 1 chapter a week. Well, I have the most availability on these particular days. Let's say it's Saturday and Sunday. And so Saturday and Sunday are my days to write chapters of the book. And so every Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to finish 1 chapter of the book. Maybe I'll write 10 pages on Saturday, 10 pages on Sunday, and that's going to help me put together completing the book. So it's taking a bunch of really large goal and taking a bunch of kind of taking them apart and getting a bunch of small pieces that help you work towards that goal. And you need to set timelines and expectations on that goal and then break apart the components that help you achieve that goal. So today, let's talk through and take a look at how you can go about building that schedule. And I'm going to use my example being how do I go about prioritizing and making sure that I'm doing all the vlogging, all the video editing, and all the other work that I need to get done in a given day. So let's take a look at that here. So taking a look at this website here, and I didn't mention this website is called Trello. So Trello is the website here that you can use, and you can use Trello. It's free to sign up. You just kind of have to enter your email, set up a password, and you can create these Trello boards. And I went ahead and titled it already. I titled it Vlogging Schedule. And so I'm going to take you through again just kind of how you can go about creating a schedule. And this is a typical board in project management. You might call it a Kanban board or that kind of thing, but it really doesn't matter what you call it. It's just important what it does. And so what you do is you go about and you prioritize things that you need to do, what you're doing, and what's done. So what I would advise is you go about not just saying to yourself, okay, you know, I want to go ahead and edit 1 video. So this is going to be 1 day. Let's say it's 1 day. Let's say it's daily, right? I go ahead and assign this to myself daily, and let's say, you know, okay, I'm getting all my work done, and now it's time for me to get to my, oh, I didn't title the card. So I'm going to call this Edit a Video. And so that's the title of this one. It'll show up as Edit a Video. This one will be, it'll be called Create 1 Thumbnail. So that means kind of make the picture that goes with the video, right? So there's Create 1 Thumbnail. And this is a kind of a daily schedule for me. And so let's say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and add tags, and in the video, really when I'm editing a video, no, that's not right. That's post 1 video. So when I hit post 1 video, that's where I'm going to go ahead in posting 1 video, I'm going to edit the title, tags, description, etc. You know, cards, add in cards, all kinds of good stuff like that. Everything that goes into making a YouTube video and posting a YouTube video, that's all part of that process for me. And then of course I want to film 1 video in order to try to keep up with a daily schedule. And it can be tricky to try to keep up with putting a video out daily, but these are the different activities that I might find myself doing. So here's kind of how this process goes for me. And let's say, okay, first thing I want to get done, and you can sort these differently too, put them in whatever order you like. But for me, I like edit 1 video first. And you may ask yourself, why do I like edit 1 video first? Well, it does take some experience for me with editing videos to realize after I edit the video, let's say I edit the video and it takes me an hour to edit a video. I put that over in Doing, and I click the export button. And to export that video from my computer may take a couple of hours. And so as that video is exporting, I can go about and work on these other items. And so to remind myself that these are all things that I want to get done allows me to focus on those activities and maximize my time. So while my video here is exporting, because I know that that needs that much time, and I can add that once I learn export takes 2 hours, do this first, then do the others while waiting. And so I can kind of tell myself that and remind myself that that's kind of the process to go about, and then I'm going to go ahead and create that thumbnail. Let's say takes 10 minutes, remember to email photos from my phone to myself. And again, it's another cue that I'll give myself that I need to make sure that I take care of those details in order to create that thumbnail. Okay, so while my video is exporting, I'm going to go ahead and work on that thumbnail. And while the thumbnail's made, let's say I made the thumbnail, but I still have a video editing. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go out and I'm going to film a video because I can't post the video because it's still editing. So I go out and I'm going to film that video. And I did all the film, great stuff. And I of course want to export those files. After I film the video, I'm going to export files to my computer. So after I filmed the video, got home, and I started exporting those files to my computer. Then I finish with that edit, and I go ahead and post the one video. So I'm going to post one video, and this one's done. So I go ahead and post that one video. This guy's done too. Now that I obviously completed film one video as well, and exporting those files to my computer while I was waiting for that video to edit. So obviously I completed all these tasks while I was editing my video. I took care of the thumbnail, I took care of filming one video, I took care of exporting those files to my computer, and now I'm going to go ahead and post that video, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add in those titles and the description while that video is being posted to YouTube. So while YouTube's processing that, I go ahead and add that in there and kind of note that detail of, oh, let's make sure that I post that video. Once that's done, I can move on to any other tasks. So you can see I kind of prioritize it that way, right? These are the things at the start of the day that need to get done. These are the things that I'm doing, and these are the things that are done. So you may find yourself, okay, I completed today's work. It's a great night. Now I'm heading off to bed, and I'm going to reset tomorrow. So I'm going to kind of put this back over here in this order, figure out how that goes, and the next day I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing all over again. You can also create new items here for yourself. So one term that I utilize, and it does get utilized in project management, is backlog. So things to do are things that need to get done. But you might call this an icebox or backlog, and things that they do need to get done, but they're not things you need to do immediately. So this might, the auto-created ones were things to do, doing, and done, but this is really an active list. This is one that I'm working on, active daily list. And icebox might be something that needs to get done in the longer term. So this is like, come up with a new video strategy. And so maybe this is music videos, and so I'm like, okay, let me try to take some time when I get a chance to try to come up with new music videos, right? Come up with a new music video. Come up with new music video, or maybe it's, we've got another one for ourselves here, and that might be come up with a new lifestyle video. And one example might be time management, or we might find another one, and that one's going to be on, maybe it's a technology vlog, tech vlog, and try to come up with some of those and see if I can add those in somewhere. Once I have those ideas, then I can go ahead and add that into the next step of the process. So this might not have all the details you need. For example, film one video, you may need to have script ready, right? So maybe there's more steps involved in that. Maybe you can't just put for yourself, film one video. Maybe you need to break that down into smaller pieces. And the smaller pieces are write one script, you know, maybe it's practice one script, maybe it's film video, maybe it's then rewatch video, watch video to confirm quality, make sure that you're happy with the video, that sort of thing. So there's, again, you have sort of infinite options here, but you get the idea where you kind of build this schedule and you kind of prioritize the things you need to get done. So this is, again, this is that daily list, or these are the things that I'm doing, or these are the things that are done, or this is the things that maybe I come back in 1 month. So, okay, after these videos have been posted for a month, maybe that'll be a list here, come back to in 1 month, check on 1 month old video, and maybe like see how that video is doing. Do people like it? And you can just kind of look at the stats there, that kind of thing. So again, it's just kind of building the schedule for all the things you need to get done, right? And that's kind of the approach here. And this one is the vlogging schedule, but I could create a whole new one here. Maybe I can click this home button, and it'll allow me to create a whole new one here. And that whole new one might be, you can create a team as well. So you can invite people, if you're working with different people on here, you can invite different people to work on different projects with you, which is great. But you can see I'm going to create a whole new board here, and this new board is going to be, let's call it a work schedule. for my work schedule, or maybe I'll create a fun schedule too. Here's my work schedule. Submit papers, let's say, or maybe let's call it a school schedule. Why not? Let's call it a school schedule. School schedule, submit papers. Let's do math homework. And these are all the things, again, sort of same approach, right? Things that you need to get done on a given day, all the things that you want to prioritize and when things need to get done by. You can change those headers as well. So don't think of any of these as stuck headers. You can kind of control that and set it up for yourself. Also, again, here's how you can go ahead and share it with friends. So make it public, anyone can Google this, or here's a team if you want to send it to certain people, favorite it and stuff like that. But really for me, the core approach here is just listing out those tasks that you need to get done, making sure that you've kind of organized it in a way for yourself. Because that's kind of the biggest challenge. I feel like for me, the biggest challenge is, you know, it's possible that time kind of gets away from you. If you don't have a list of tasks set up for yourself and you don't work through that list, and even you may even want to give yourself a certain amount of time. You may want to say this is a 2-hour activity or this is a 30-minute activity, and give yourself those times so you can work through that. Otherwise, it's too easy to get distracted by other things. You know, there's definitely so many TV shows I want to catch up on, but it can be tricky to find the time to do those things. So again, you got to make sure that you're creating that schedule for yourself and that list for yourself so you can prioritize and schedule those things you want to get done. Now, you may want to schedule yourself a little bit of free time as well. I know a lot of people, instead of doing an approach like this, instead of this Trello board, they'll find themselves making more of an Excel spreadsheet and saying, okay, here's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and kind of break down your schedule that way. And each hour, you have a task that you're assigned to, and you have that block of time to do the task. Instead of focusing on the task, you're focusing on the time blocks. You could do that as well, and that would allow you to schedule in break hours, if you will. But it really just depends on your approach. I like scheduling the tasks and getting those different tasks done, but it really depends on your style. So that's just a couple of thoughts from me in terms of how you would go about building a schedule for yourself, managing your time and maximizing your time in that way. So again, you just kind of create a schedule of all these activities that need to be done, and you prioritize them kind of based on learning how long does this activity take, or does one activity depend on another activity, right? I can't really export a video until I've filmed the video. So that's something to be considered as well. So those are all little different components to consider and factor in. But everyone's situation is unique, so it's tough to speak to those particular components. But I would say one big thing here is really just building that schedule yourself, having your goals, setting your timelines, right? So here's another thing that people talk about is SMART goals. So it's actionable and measurable and timely goals, that kind of thing. You want to set goals for yourself. And you can look up SMART goals as well. I can Google that right now if that would be helpful as well. And if you have any questions on SMART goals, feel free to ask me about that as well. But that's kind of the first pieces. If you aren't sure kind of what you need to schedule, well, Google those SMART goals and come up with your own SMART goals. So if you're trying to create a YouTube channel, maybe your SMART goal starting out as well, I want to post one video a week. Just getting started here. Let's say I'm going to post one video a week on this content. It's going to be a tech vlog every week on Mondays, and I want to make sure that video is done on Mondays. You kind of create that goal for yourself, and then you go ahead and create this schedule around that. So again, this schedule doesn't have to be daily activities, but maybe it's weekly activities. So I can change that header to weekly activities. So really, you have the flexibility there to be able to control and to choose what kind of schedule you want to create based on your goals and based on your objectives. And I think a lot of people do like to schedule in some free time for themselves too, but I prefer to organize my schedule based on the things that need to get done, and then when I have that free time, I can kind of enjoy it and celebrate it at that point in time. But I try to focus on those activities that are must-dos. That's my approach. What did you think of this video? Is this helpful to hear more about my thoughts on time management? Do you like to hear kind of how I go about scheduling my day and focusing on the things that I need to get done? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for being a part of the fun with me. Again, let me know what you think of these kinds of adventures. And for more fun, family-friendly adventures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed. And if you would like to check out my gaming channels, you've got a YouTube gaming channel, you'll see that card on the end screen, and a Twitch channel in my description below. Both kind of games, either streaming on Twitch or recorded videos for gaming on my YouTube channel, where we play games, just kind of chat and hang out. It's a great time, so consider checking those out as well. Thanks so much for being a part of the fun with me today, and until next time, play on.